Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video giving my thoughts on the ranked.com. They have a list of the best Walking Dead characters. Want to give my thoughts on the results as Daryl being ranked as the greatest Walking Dead character. Alright, good stuff. So I'll put the link in the description of this one so you guys go ahead and check it out. We'll also do our Q&A part 15. Got some questions after this one. But just kind of wanted to throw this out there for you guys, let you guys know about this, because I stumbled across it while I was doing some research for the Things You Missed video, which I did last week while I was browsing the web. And this is a cool site, rank.com. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, nothing like that, no. Just was browsing around, saw it, and they have a list where people, you can go ahead, you can vote. They have the Walking Dead favorite character, best Walking Dead characters ranked. And of course, in viewing the list, I thought, of course, that Rick would be number one. I mean, it's just, it's like, oh, you think, he's the main character? Of course he's going to be number one. Daryl is ranked higher by a significant amount. Daryl has almost 7,000 thumbs up, and Rick has 5,294. In terms of thumbs down, Rick has 959 thumbs down. Daryl only has 567. So I just thought that was really, really weird. That Daryl is ranked as the best character in The Walking Dead. Now, check it out. Let me know what you guys think, and also go ahead and vote on it as well too. Thumb it up or thumb it down for what you think and who you would vote for as the best character. But I have to rethink this because I always had the two, because in the last year I've done a couple of videos like this discussing the top 10 best characters, greatest characters, that kind of thing. And I think one time I said Daryl was my favorite, but I didn't think he was a better character because, of course, Rick is the lead. But I'm starting to rethink that now and kind of adjust, because I think it's kind of crazy that he would be ranked higher by people that love the series enough to search it on the web. These are people that, just like you guys and me, that love the series enough to go ahead and search it on the web and actually contribute and vote, right? Because most people who watch the show, they just don't care enough. So I want you guys to go ahead and go to the site, check it out, and vote for what you think. That way I can check it afterwards. But as it stands right now, at least according to this page, and it's been voted on 135,000 times with 183,000 views, which is a lot. It's quite a bit. Daryl's ranked as the best Walking Dead characters. Crazy, man. Especially when you think of, like I talk about in the Things You Missed video. If you guys missed that, by the way, it's in the channel. Check it out. Daryl originally, or Norman Reedus originally, had auditioned for Merle, didn't get the part, and then Kirkman decided, and the people involved in the show decided they were going to create their own character for him, and they created Daryl. So it kind of happened all by accident. And the fact that he's not in the comic book series, that he's ranked as The Walking Dead's best character, it's just mind-blowing, really, really cool. And I'll have to change the way I think of that. So go ahead and vote on it, guys. Check out the site if you're interested. I'll go over some of the other ones, too, kind of give my thoughts on them. Rick is number 2 with, a tremendous amount. And then after that, we have Michonne, who's ranked number 3, the highest-ranking female, which makes sense to me. I mean, I would put Michonne near the top 2. She's awesome. Glenn Rhee is after that. He's number 4, which I don't think I put him that high on my list, not usually. But he's a great character for sure. Then we had Herschel. Then we got Maggie, Carol, Beth at number 8. I don't know. And then number 9, Tyrese, and number 10, Carl. After that, there's Dale at 11. That's kind of cool because he hasn't been around for so long. But, great character for sure. Then we have Merle Dixon at 12. Morgan at 13. Then we got T-Dog, Sasha, Shane, the Governor, Tara, and Rosita, Judith, and all the rest following. Andrea way down there. Wow, Lori's way down, which makes sense. But yeah, I just thought it was kind of cool. Go there, guys. Rank your make your list or rank yours and submit it if you want. Just thought it was really cool. Daryl ranked as the best Walking Dead character. Wow, mind blowing. At least to me, especially when you think that it was all kind of it just by happenstance, that it was never planned that there would even be a Daryl in the inception, right? Which is kind of cool. So let's do part 15 for the Q&A. Going to be continuing with your guys' questions. Continue to send them to me, because as we get closer to the Walking Dead premiere date, I'm thinking of doing something special this year. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do 7 Days of Dead, and I'm going to do throwback reviews one a day, every day, leading up to the premiere of the second half of The Walking Dead Season 5. Do throwback reviews on special episodes, because I have the reviews on the channel, but kind of like a review or my thoughts on the episode now, years after it actually had aired, right? So that's what I'm going to do, I think, this year leading up to it. So let me know what you guys think about that. If you're interested in that and checking out some kind of throwbacks, little touches on maybe 5-10 minute videos, after I'm going to watch an episode and then do kind of a throwback on it. I want to start with 18 Miles Out. So yeah, because it's been a while since I've seen that one. So let me know what you guys think about that. If you have any other ideas for anything special I can do leading up to the second half of The Walking Dead Season 5's premiere, because we're getting close now, let me know. But I think that's what I'm going to go with for this year. I try to keep it fresh, try to do different things. Don't always want to do the same thing. So that's that. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. First question for this Q&A comes from DanishMan. And he says, "Hey Trev, I got a question for your Q&A. There have been a lot of talk from AMC that there will be a lot of darkness and weird things in Season 5B, but a light could appear at the end of the tunnel. They then follow to say that lights and dreams get crushed a lot in The Walking Dead." That's true. And in real life too. Do you think that maybe the Alexandria Safe Zone could be a no sanctuary unlike the comics? No, I don't think they would want to repeat that again. I think that it's just going to be hard for Rick's group to trust people now after they had the Terminus thing happen. So they're going to be really cautious about joining a community. But I think with what Michonne says in the promo, if they don't give it a try, then, they're just going to survive out there on their own. Like, they're not going to ever, have a place to call their own. They're not going to ever have peace of mind when they're out on the road. They're always going to have to worry about zombies. They're always going to have to worry about herds and stuff like that and being woken up in the middle of the night. They're never going to have like a stable place. So they're going to have to give it a chance one way or another. And I think it's going to work out this time for them. That is, if they go following the rest of the comments. I think they will. Next one's from Andrew Buckley. And he says, "Hey Trev, I have a video suggestion, but I'm unsure how much can be said about the topic. Do you think that Season 5 Rick has the same mentality and view on the world as Season 2 Shane?" From Andrew Buckley. Man, that is a great observation. Does Season 5 Rick have the same mentality and view on the world as Season 2 Shane? Yeah, he does. Yes, he does. He has, I would say he has exactly the same, pretty much. Like, in terms of how he would deal with other people, he is just as cold as Shane. He would do what he needs to do against other people, just like Shane would, and maybe even more so. Maybe even more cruel, maybe even more, closed off than what Shane was to a degree. And I think that's going to kind of be a problem, because if they don't trust absolutely anybody, how are they going to find a new place to live? How are they going to have a new group unless they establish it themselves, right? Which is possible. They could do that. But yeah, I think you're absolutely on the money with that one. Even more darker view mentality, I think, personally, especially after what happened to Beth. I mean, for sure, of course, right? Next one's from CedricThanatos, something like that. Cedric, I'll just call you Cedric, okay? Do you read other zombie genre books and graphic novels? Would you have any recommendations? I greatly enjoyed Day by Day Armageddon by J.L. Bourne, and was curious if you had any thoughts on the series or any other in the zombie genre. So I have checked out a lot of zombie genre type stuff, obviously, over the years. I've seen, they're always coming out with new stuff all the time. A lot of it's B movies nowadays, C movies, and some, if there is such a thing, as a C movie, but there's a lot of stuff like that for zombies. I have checked out a good portion of, probably all the A-list stuff for the most part. In terms of novels, though, the problem with me in novels is that novels take too long to read, and I don't have time. I wish I did, but I'm making videos for you guys right now, for example. This would be reading time when I would be reading, right? So with trades and comic books, I can read them faster, and I really like that. I think it's a faster way to get the images. So I started a YouTube channel rather than a blog site, because I think video, I'm big on visual. I'm a visual mathematician, intelligence type, and IQ tests tell me that from when I was growing up and stuff. Where you take them in school, and that you can kind of figure out where your intelligence lies. So that's what I like, is the visual, right? I'm a visual person. So For me, I'm not too much into reading novels, even though I have read, a good portion. It's just that it's hard for time, right, for me. But in terms of other zombie stuff I can recommend, like graphic novels and that, there's not too much, man. I mean, I've tried Crossed, which is another series, which is like a rage type thing, which is similar to maybe like 28 Days Later or something like that. It's not bad. It's pretty good. If you're interested in something, you can check out Crossed. But it's not the same level for me as The Walking Dead, not even close. Other zombie stuff, I've checked out Marvel Zombies. Blackest Night with DC is amazing. If you want to talk like DC zombies, it's kind of what it is. Amazing. Definitely check that out if you like DC. Marvel Zombies pretty good too, pretty fun, but it's okay. In terms of like zombie survival stuff, there's a lot of great video games. I'm thinking of checking out DayZ and maybe doing like a playthrough or something like that, recording it and posting it on the tube if you guys are interested. So I'm thinking about that because I know that's a big one if I get some time to play DayZ. But not much else I can recommend. The Dead movies, I can recommend the Dead movies because they're awesome. George A. Romero stuff. They get kind of worse as they go, kind of. I mean, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead are my favorites, and then after that, they're not as good as you go through the second kind of. It's not really a trilogy, but it's kind of like a trilogy because he made 6. I think he's made 6, maybe 7. I have to count. Definitely the Dead movies. Some of the video games are great, Left 4 Dead and the Call of Duty series. Even just the zombie stuff, the zombie survival modes they have are really fun. But in terms of like stories, not too much, man. There's not too much that's on the level of The Walking Dead. There really isn't. There's other comic books out there, but I don't know, man. I don't know. There's not too much that's on that level. There just isn't. There's also novels of The Walking Dead and that Governor Story and stuff. I've checked some of those out, but again, because of time, I couldn't really go through. So there's my answer to that question. Next one's from Mega Wardinator, and he says, "Hey Trev, do you think it is too late for Dr. Stevens to join Rick's group? Maybe at the very start of episode 9, he could run out of the hospital while Rick's group is deciding what to do next and join up with them. If this happens, do you think he will take on the role of Denise from the comics by being Alexandria's main doctor?" Well, man, I thought they were setting him up for something, because he had some stuff happening with him, and it seemed to me like we were going to get at least one character to say yes to join Rick's group after Dawn was killed, not wanting to be there any further. I figured maybe him, maybe the female cop in the middle that called all the cops off after what happened with Dawn. I could see something like that, but he's not in any of the promos or anything like that, so I think it's a bit of a stretch for us to say. There's not enough there for us to say yet, but who knows? I mean, I don't think we'll see Dawn's group again, but it's always a possibility that we could eventually see them. It's just that, it's... I don't know. That's a weird one. I thought they were doing something with that. Let me know what you guys think about that right in the comments below. Didn't it feel like at the hospital and stuff that they were setting us up for at least one character to join? Rick's group. I felt like they were, but I guess maybe that's just they threw us off a bit with that. But I think they should. At least maybe one character like him would be good, especially because of the baby and stuff, right? Makes sense to have a doctor if you've got a baby in your group, right? Next one's from Jay Instinct, and he says, "Hey Trev, huge fan, keep up the great work. 2 questions for your Q&A. I started watching Walking Dead from the beginning again, and the zombies move so much faster then than they do now. Second question is, did you know that John Bernthal is in the upcoming Call of Duty DLC for the zombie survival mode? Yes, I did know that. I've seen the trailer and I loved it. I thought it was awesome. I never reviewed it for the channel or anything because it's just like a DLC mode. And he's not even like the front runner character. He should be, but he's not in it. But he's in there, and it's really, really cool that he is. And I'm excited for that. I'd like to check it out just to see his parts because I do like the Call of Duty series. I don't know if he's a playable character, if he has some kind of cinematic parts or how that works. But I'd like to see that because I do like Call of Duty a lot, and I do like zombies, obviously. Survival mode is really fun. I played some of the older ones, like some of the older Call of Duty games. Trying to think back now. So, and then your first question was, why do the zombies in the beginning move faster than they do now? Well, when they're fresh turned, like Milton, for example, when they're fresh turned, their muscles are more intact. Their tissue is fresher, so they can move faster. As they get older, they decay. They don't have that much food. they really decompose a lot. So they have like really boniness and you know, really skinny in that, and that's the explanation that I think makes the most sense. So that's kind of my thoughts on that one. So good question from you, thanks. And you know, I'll call it here for this Q&A. Let me know what you guys think about all the different things we talked about in this video. Biggest thing, of course, is the ranking. You know, vote for your ranking, and let me know what you think about Daryl being the most popular character, the best character in The Walking Dead. It's crazy. If you like this video, please thumb it up below. If you want to help support the channel, please share it, please favorite. And that's it for this one, guys. See you for the next one. As always, it's Trev. Saying peace.